Hey everybody, want to Wisdom here. I realized I just didn't change the title here, but this is Introduction 15. It's going to be not only for Wildfire, but also Wildfire. Why did I hold out doing Wildfire and Snapshot and Food Fight? It's because I knew my Dark Edition starter pack was coming, and I kind of wanted to follow my format I did with the other special characters, legendaries in that case, nitros as well, and kind of do them in a tandem introduction. So, gonna put Wildfire on. He has been used in the live stream. I think he's level 3 or higher, maybe. He's got a great voice, very fitting of the character. Level 1 actually, so that works quite nicely for what we're doing here. I thought I'd used him more than that. Maybe he's the one that I tried not to use and level up. That said, that's what he looks like. Very intimidating character. I wasn't paying attention. I'm guessing that is his standard, and that previous was his idle. Let's give him some time here. Okay, so very menacing looking character. Fairly quick. He's probably a 60. If I had to make my guess here, they seem to almost all be. Jump. Pretty agile. I mean, he looks like he gets a little bit more air than the others. But we're going to go ahead and pause this. Okay, I like his bravado there. Let's face the truth, I'm awesome. His slogan is bringing the heat. Wildfire and Dark Wildfire, which we'll do after this, was once a young line of the Fireclaw clan, about to enter into the Rite of Infernos, a test of survival in the treacherous fire plains. However, because he was made of gold, he was treated as an outcast and not allowed to participate. But this didn't stop him. That night, Wildfire secretly followed the path of the other lines, carrying only his father's enchanted shield. Soon he found them cornered by a giant flame scorpion. Using the shield, he protected the group from the beast's enormous stinging tail, giving them time to safely escape. And though Wildfire was injured in the fight, his father's shield magically changed him, magnifying the strength that was already in his heart, making him the mightiest of his clan. Now part of the Trap Team, Wildfire uses his enormous Traptanium bonded shield to defeat any and all who need it. Defend any and all who need it. I'm used to them saying something about defeating evil at the end. So, pretty cool story there. And what we're going to do now is actually take a look at those delicious stats. Alright, let me get to my fire section. His health is 330, and it's cool he's level 1 because now I don't have to double check or wonder. His armor is 30. It seems like he'd be higher than that, just because he's, kind of holding a giant shield about the size of himself. Speed 60, critical hit 30. I won't argue with that. Elemental power 25. Torch has not been placed on the portal yet, so we'll back at it there. And we want to take a look at his upgrades. What he's got to begin with, his primary attack is Traptanium Shield Bash. Press X for a single Shield Bash attack. Press XX and XXX for Shield Bash combos. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I guess, I don't know, I'll just have to try it out. So there's essentially 2 combos, 3 attacks from one button. Press it once, press it twice, and press it 3 times, and I assume they all do 3 different things. That said, Chains of Fire, this is actually really cool. Press B to summon Chains of Fire that not only burn, but pull enemies closer, which you can then, of course, use the shield to destroy them. First purchased upgrade is Heat Shield. Hold X to use the Heat Shield for protection and to damage nearby enemies. Next up, we've got Extra Chains. Chains of Fire can now pull 4 enemies at once. Following that up, we got Fire Roar. That's awesome. He's a fire element line. You think of a roar, at least I do, and so Fire Roar looks like it's going to be quite cool. So, not cool per se, but hot, should we correct ourselves. Press Y to unleash a Fire Roar attack. Final base upgrade, Hotter Heat Shield. If you can't tell from the picture, that's actually his Traptanium shield there. Heat Shield now burns brighter and does extra damage, so that'll be a nice aesthetic change. Get to the point now, you've got to pick a path. The top path is called Shield Slasher. Obviously by the name, I assume we're going to improve the shield. Burning Bash. Press XX, hold B for a heat wave combo. That to me is going to be tough to do. I don't really like the button layout on this controller, and I cannot change it. A would have been a much better choice. And I mean switching them permanently, of course. Fire Spin. Press XX, hold Y for a Fire Spin combo. That looks interesting. We can't quite make out what he's doing, but it looks like a 360-degree deal. Then we've got Searing Slam. Press X in the air for a Searing Slam attack. Down below we've got Chain Champion. This one's going to obviously improve our fire chains. Lots of chains is up first. Chains of Fire can now pull 5 enemies at once. Up next we've got Blazing Breath, so this addresses the secondary and tertiary attacks. Fire Roar has longer range and does extra damage. That may be the path to take just because of that. And then right there, No Escape. Chain of Fire has a wider area of effect and can pull enemies, 5 enemies at once, which that's what that does. So I don't know why this doesn't just say it has a wider area of effect, because that's what we bought that for. So you tell me. I don't know. The main thing though is you get the 5 strands of fire. It can pull enemies. It's got a longer reach, and your tertiary attack does more damage and also has a longer reach. Regardless of the path you take, you can get a soul gem called Lion Form. Hold X to enter Heat Shield mode, then press X again to transform into a Wildfire Lion. That's something we'll have to see, but it looks like it'll be cool. I just hope it does decent damage. We're gonna get out of here and let's take a look at his basic stuff. So, single shield bash is just going to be pressing X. 78. He's just walloping that poor Gilrunt looking bird fish thing. That's something I don't really know what those are. They look like fish to me, and kind of birdish, but more like fish, I guess. Press X, and now if we press it twice or 3 times, we get shield bash combos. Oh wow!
Hot streak.
So that was pretty. Let's do it from out here. 98, and then there's the 117. I'm only pressing it twice. Let me just fire it off 3 times. So I'm thinking that that's your standard. The kind of charge forward is your secondary one.
Your next challenge awaits you, Pokemon.
And then the third one is that. So let's see what we can do coming across the bridge. That's the shield. You can't just hold it, sadly. Second, that's like... Okay, so you can kind of get the feel. I'm finally getting to a point where I can articulate just the second, 2-button combo. Right there, if I press it again, that would be our 3-button combo. So, that's a lot to take in, but there's more. He's got the Chains of Fire here, so... It doesn't do much damage, but you have to remember that it'll, like, pull enemies in. You can kind of see that, the way he's kind of bringing it back to himself. Great range, too. That's, kind of a nice aspect there. So, doesn't do a ton of damage, but quite frankly, you would use it to pull enemies in, and then do that, and decimate them. So, pretty promising character, however, things could get better, and what I mean by that is Dark Wildfire. Unboxed him last night. I'm going to pull Mr. Wildfire. He's not too hot to the touch just yet. We're going to put Dark Wildfire on for the first time ever.
Bringing the heat.
Oh, he kind of looks Arctic for some reason. Anyway, something I can tell I'm already upset about. And I thought Daphne on the Skylander forum said that they were, plus the Darks had perks in every direction. Not the case on my end, because his health is 300, and that's 30 below the regular Wildfire, and I don't understand why they do that. But let's take a look at the stats, and maybe they'll be... I agree. I just wish your health was reflective of at least being equivalent to standard Wildfire. Let's take a look here. Whoops. Stats. Armor 48, so plus 18 there, that's cool. Speed 60, nothing changed there. Critical hit 40, plus 10 there. Elemental power 25. So obviously we don't get credit for having the 2 Wildfires, etc. So he's 30 lower on health, plus 18 armor, and plus 10 critical hit. Overall, just adding everything up, he would be 28 higher, and then if you factor in the health, Wildfire's got a plus 2 margin of victory over Dark Wildfire. And that, my friends, is a total buzzkill, and I don't understand it. I do want to check this. Okay, so once again, just like in previous games, they don't change the inset artwork to match the dark or the special in-game alt deco character. That's it. Let's see what his attacks look like. So still fire. I mean, it looks like standard right there. Same thing there. So that's pretty much that. That is Wildfire and Dark Wildfire. Again, if you go to the Skylander Club forum and eventually my personal site, I'll have all the information up with statistics where you can compare and contrast them. That's something. If you're into that sort of a thing, I encourage you to check out the Skylander Club forum. SkylanderClub.com/forum. You will find tons of information there that you will enjoy. If you like what you see, I encourage you to sign up and join us. OneOfWisdom.com is my personal site. If you're on Twitch, follow me there. My username is, of course, OneOfWisdom. I'll be live streaming the entire X-Bone game, Skylanders Trap Team, so stay tuned for that. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching. I will be right back with Snapshot and Dark Snapshot, so stay tuned for that. And for myself and the Wildfires, we will catch you later.